These eyes, if only you could see what these eyes have seen. Then maybe you would understand. Welcome to the life of Father Jameson. So who was Father Jameson? To the people, they saw a confident man, front man, being up there getting crazy, just being wild. But really, I was insecure and, I drank a lot. That gave me my name. Father Jameson, I drank a lot of Jameson at the time, to get me through those shows because, it was terrifying. It just, to be on stage, playing, and then you got all these people staring right at you and you're playing at your heart. It's just, it's a scary thing, but, it's something I always wanted to do is write music, and fortunately, you gotta play it. It's a scary thing.
Met her down at the corner store, around the corner to two. I said howdy, and she said, hey baby, what you wanna do? Why don't you step inside, honey? Let's go for a ride. That's when she reached out her hand and she hit the fan. Holy hell, what did I get into? I might as well lose it all when it's good. When it's good, 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 when it's good, when it's good, it's good.
I wear my glasses a lot when I play, and it's really not to be cool. I mean, I might look cool, but really I wear these glasses because it's kind of like a mask It's like a wall I hide behind. You know, it's like I put them on and I'm Father Jameson. I take them off and I'm Jamie. You know, I mean, look, I'm Jamie. I'm Father Jameson.
She's got a black wig with her sunglasses on. I got a mask on my face with a 12-gauge shotgun. We're shooting them down, we're shooting them down. Take them down to the ground. We never catch us alive, we're like Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. We're shooting them down. We're shooting them down. We're shooting them down. We're shooting them down. We're shooting them down.
Before Father Jameson, I was in several bands. Like started back in 1993. Yeah, you can see my age on that one. I was in a band called Buckshot Henry, which we did some good things. You know, we got to open up for Firehouse, which was pretty good back then. You know, I was proud of that. Then we moved on. Well, I moved on to a new band called Project 13, and we jammed out for 10 years. We made 5 good albums. We had some good times. And then came Peachfish. You know, I got together with Jeff, and we wanted to do something different. So, we came up with some dirty, raunchy music. It was like a party band, and we packed the house. It was crazy. I mean, I was living life. We were a local band having rock star parties. I'm not even kidding you. It was crazy, man. It just, life got out of control. It gets to your head, it's crazy. I thought I was on top of the world. And then one day, my dad was tragically killed at work. And I was never the same again, to be honest with you. It hurt real bad. I lost the greatest band that I was in at the time. I lost a lot of friends. I was drinking a lot, and it took a toll on my life, man. I hit rock bottom. I mean, I lost everything. And I came up with Father Jameson, on my own when I was just blindsided by everything, and I wrote these songs. But, I just kept them to myself, really, and, some people heard them and they liked them, but, it just, it was a bad time in my life, When my dad died, it's unexplainable, really. It just makes me lost for words, really. But I just gotta say, he was the coolest guy. He was cool before cool was even cool. The man walked around wearing all black all the time. He was like Johnny Cash. and that's pretty fucking cool.
I hear the train coming, it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, time keeps dragging on. So that train keeps on rolling, I hear the sad call. When I was a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, never gone, but I shot him in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I might have in the fancy cars, I bet they're drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming, I know I can't be late, and I still keep on moving, and that's what tortures me.
I was married to a girl named Shauna, and we were together for 15 years. We had a good run, but you know, we had also a lot of tragedy in our life at that time. A lot of deaths again, but you know, I'm not going to go into that right now. That's like a whole nother movie, because that's going to take like 2 hours to tell. So, but eventually, you know, that took a big old toll on our relationship, and you know, we ended up talking one day, and you know, we were like, you know, what are we doing, you know, because basically we were just, you know, we became friends at that point, and so we decided to split up. And you know, people are funny because people judge, you know, by the things that they want to make up, and they make up stories of, you know, what they want to believe on why we split up. And it's funny because people took sides. They took her side, some took my side. They caused more drama than it was meant to be. We were, you know, it was a mutual agreement. We were friends. And the same thing happened with Peachfish, you know, when I left Peachfish, you know, me and Jeff, we kind of got in a fight, and you know, and some people had to get involved that didn't need to be. But at the end of the day, you know, here I am. Me and Jeff are friends again. Me and Sean are friends. But still, people, you know, are taking sides. Like, it's like, whatever, dude. But yeah. People are pretty weird. They make no sense at all to me.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out in rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange.
You know, I had a lot of people pass away in my life. They passed away at an early age. And Don Carney was one of them. He was like a brother to me. He sang in a local band called Haimu, and you know, his voice was just unreal. It just the words he wrote down on paper were just out of this world, really. I don't even think he really knew what he had, to be honest with you. But one day he passed away, and I got a phone call from Ed, the guitar player, you know, wanting me to come down and, you know, learn some of the songs and do a show with them in honor of Don. So I was like, hell yeah, man. So, you know, I did that, and I stayed with them for like a year. Ed, John, and Gary, man, I have nothing but good things to say about those guys, man. They probably one of the best musicians I've ever played with, and I learned a lot from them. But, you know, as of everything else, you know, good things have to come to an end, and, you know, I had to, you know, part ways with them. You know, I just wanted to venture off on my own and do my own thing, and, you know, I really was grateful of those guys. At the end of every dark tunnel, there is a light. For me, January 2012, after being, you know, down and out and just really down on myself, I met a girl, and her name was Amanda, and she changed me. You know, I didn't even realize I was that down and depressed until I met her, you know, and she brought me out. You know, it was like being trapped in a dark hole, and she just pulled me out, man, in this light. You know, it's crazy. You know, we hit it off really well. We had a lot of things in common. You know, we were both married before. You know, she had a husband that had passed away, so she was kind of like in the same boat as me. So kind of, I think maybe I was pulling her out of a dark hole too and seeing the light. Like, we were both helping each other with our pain. We went out and talked a lot about what had gone on in our life, and, you know, and it kind of just, it brought us together. And you know, we ended up spending a lot of time together, and, you know, she loved the beach, and we were always down at the beach, hitting the beach bars, and just, you know, it's almost like we were on vacation all the time. It just felt so good to just be alive and breathe, and, you know, and I just, you know, it changed me. I don't usually write songs about people, you know, but I wrote a song about her, and I was pretty proud of it.
I close my eyes and I think of you. You're lying there next to me. We're on the beach with the crashing waves. Got the sunshine sun down into the sea.
After about a year of Amanda and I being together, we decided that we wanted to start a family. So we wanted to do it right, and we went and got married. Some people thought we were crazy because we were getting married so soon, but we knew what we wanted to do with what we had. So we went and got married, you know, and soon after we started trying for a baby, and it took like 8 months. We almost didn't even think we were going to have a baby. And then one day, boom, she was pregnant, and along came Grace and James.
Here I am, I'm waiting on your arrival. I can feel you kicking beneath your skin. You're feeling so alive. I cannot wait to see my boy for the first time. I cannot wait to see your smile and your eyes. I love you, and I will see you soon. Don't be afraid, my son, you will never be alone. I will take you by the hand, I will mold you into a man. I will take you by the hand and be your dad. Forever, 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 forever. I'll be your dad. I'll be your dad.
You see, this little guy right here, he changed everything for me. I mean, I went from rock bottom to it's like winning the lottery. I mean, I never even knew I could be a dad. And now, you know, here I am. Greatest thing in the world. Right, buddy? Say hi. Say hi. Well, pretty cool. I never claimed to be a great musician. I'm just a mediocre guitar player, and my voice is okay. I really consider myself more a songwriter. I love to write stories, and I love to write from my heart. And so I put it down on paper, and then I put some music to it and play it. But I never really was that great guitar solo kind of guy, or I just basically played because I love to write. So I played music to it. And I know what some of you are thinking. Who the hell am I to even be here making a documentary of myself? I know some of you probably think it's so narcissistic and selfish and self-centered of me, but really, to be honest with you, the reason why I'm doing this isn't for anybody but my family and the friends that care about me and my son. After my dad died and a lot of my friends died, life is just too short. And I think it's kind of neat to have this little documentary, if once I go, say I die at an early age, like a lot of people. You can sit here and look at this, and here I am, I'm talking to you, and you can hear some of my music and what came from my heart. And the coolest thing about this whole thing is that my son, he's going to be able to watch this anytime he wants, and, I'll be right here, man, because I'm doing it for you, Grayson. I love you with all my heart. I really do. After many of years, I've decided to put my guitar down. Life became different for me. I had a beautiful wife and a beautiful child, and I wanted to focus all my time on making a great family life. So I put the guitar down, and I didn't play it for a good 2 years at least. I just lived the family life, and I started working real hard at the business, because once my dad left, he left the family business. It was me and my brother and my mom and my stepmom, and my dad would be proud right now if he saw how good we have that business running. We're a team there, and we make it run pretty good. I just gotta also say thanks to my mom and my stepmom, because without them, they helped me a great deal in life, and they've helped me get by on a lot of things, and they mean the world to me. So, but we have a business now. We have about 12 garbage trucks. We have a family garbage business that we run, and that's what I've been doing with my life, and I'm pretty happy with it. After working the garbage business now for a few years, and sitting home and being a dad and a family man, I always had that hole in my heart from not playing. There was always something missing. But I just never really wanted to get back into like playing out at bars and being out at 3 in the morning. Because I'm an old man now. I don't need to do that kind of stuff. But one day I ran into this guy that I knew. His name was Jason Bradley, and he kept begging me. Well, he wasn't really begging me, but he kept wanting me to play with him and start a band. He just really basically wanted me to play again. He really digged what I was, the kind of music I was playing. So, he talked me into jamming with him. And it's kind of a weird thing, because it turns out that Jason Bradley is now married to my ex-wife, which to me it doesn't bother me one bit. I'm glad that she found somebody that will take care of her, and that's pretty cool. He's a good guy, It's weird because back when I was like 10, he taught me how to play guitar. He showed me things on the guitar, and it made me want to become like a musician, well, a songwriter. And whoever knew 30 some odd years later we would be jamming in a band together, and he'd be married to my ex-wife, and people think it's weird, I'm sure, but I don't really give a crap. I love my wife that I have now. I have a great kid. They have a great life. Why has there be any enemies or any grudges or anything? So it was the weirdest thing. We got together, Jason and I, and we did something that we've never done before, which we wrote like 12 or 13 songs for an album over text messages. He would send me a part on a guitar. I'd send him back something with me singing on it, and that's basically how Subterfusion got started. And that's the new band that we're in right now. I always thought this album is kind of like a concept album, because, in my mind, I always thought, what if, what we're doing, what if we're not really alive? What if we're like just a figment in someone's mind? So this album is kind of about a mental patient locked away in a padded room, and the album's called Carnival Town. So it's this mental patient, his mind is Carnival Town, and each song is a character, pretty much, in the carnival. It's some pretty whacked out stuff, but it ended up being just some amazing stuff that we got going, and we got Jeff and Andy in the band, and that's pretty much how Subterfusion got started. Pretty cool.
She will go all alone on her own. She's waving goodbye to me. Wish she would turn all alone on her own. I'm begging her please. She says goodbye. Then I wave goodbye.
Well, that's it. The life of Father Jameson. I hope you guys enjoyed what I wrote down for you. It was probably the greatest therapy I ever had. Thanks for watching. These eyes, if you could only see what these eyes have seen, then maybe you would understand.